What happens when you give me, in particular, some tabletop RPG dice and tell me to make something out of them? Well, you kind of get today's video. Hey, yo, and hello, everyone. It's me, your weird Uncle Ian. In today's video, we will be starting a brand new segment in this channel called Rolling for a Hero, a segment in which I let the dice dictate what kind of hero and or villain I will be creating for today. Now, for quite some time, this is actually a segment I really wanted to work on, especially in my very first channel, so I'm really excited that I actually get to make this video today, and hopefully, if this video does well, we can actually do a lot more of these kind of things. So, if you want to see videos like this, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, do all the typical YouTubery things. So I think y'all heard enough of me talking. So how about we get rolling? Let's roll for a hero! Alright, I'm going to be utilizing a custom Lego cup, and we're first going to be rolling for the origin of this superhero. So now that I rolled it, we rolled a 5, and that 5 is for a tech-enhanced kind of origin, meaning that they got their powers from a suit, an implant, or something of some other technical situation. Now we're going to be going for their primary superpower. So again, with the custom Lego cup, we roll another 5, and that happens to be shape-shifting. Okay, it's going to be a little interesting, so we'll see what happens here. So now we're going to roll for a secondary power. So I decided to stick with utilizing a D10 for this one. So again, you see the options here. I am going to be utilizing my custom Lego cup again, just shaking it around, and we roll, and we have rolled a freaking 10. I call that a 10. I don't know what other people will dictate that as, which is reality bending. Okay, that's gonna be a bit shocking. All right, after this we have personality trait. What are they gonna be like? What's their personality like? All right, and after rolling again, we rolled a 7, hot-headed and impulsive. Okay, interesting. So a tech-based hero who can shapeshift, very hot-headed. All right, so what about the suit? What kind of super suit are they going to be wearing? All right, so we're going to be rolling again. Just shake a shake a shake, and a roller we go. And we got apparently number 2, which is a full body armor. Oh boy, do I got something ahead of me now. And we begin the designing process. So, having to look at what I ended up rolling over here, I ended up rolling a straight up tech-enhanced, shape-shifting, reality-bending, hot-headed in personality, wears a full body of armor, and then on top of that, I also rolled this off screen, so I ended up rolling that she is a woman. So, yeah, that's more or less about it, and that's very interesting. So this actually kind of threw me for a bit of a loop because obviously I wasn't kind of expecting to roll this kind of character. And again, I actually love this challenge because it's forcing me to think outside the box. So she's a tech-enhanced kind of hero. What can we get from that? Maybe she was a lab experiment, or better yet, a test subject that was testing out some new nanotechnology that can help one shape their overall structure. Maybe it could have been for something good, but then now used for something nefarious or evil and whatnot. Hence her ability to shapeshift and her tech-enhanced origins. Maybe she even understood the concept, or maybe she was able to take these nanobots and somehow find a way to warp reality, or better yet, warp small parts of reality to her whim, so then that way she ends up kind of working along with a bit of an interesting factor here. I like the fact that she's a very hot-headed individual, so the concept of this character having a very hot-headed personality. So imagine a reality warper who's just sick and tired of anything, who probably just warps reality out of being petty, which I think is kind of funny to some extent. So I think that's a really interesting part that we got that, there. And the full body armor part really kind of got me. So maybe she is a shapeshifter, and what if she shapeshifts into like animals or beasts of any kind? And what if she ends up warping reality to just warp the reality of her suit, so that every time she, shapeshifts into an animal, the suit of armor she wears actually kind of like morphs along with her. So it's not like massive amounts of reality bending, but just enough to where it makes it manageable for her. So what do you guys think of this rendition of a character that, honestly, I don't know about the name. Probably have to figure out when we see the comic cover now. Asha Cade, a world-class super spy, was one of the most elite spies on the planet. Even though she could be a bit hot-headed and unevenly tempered at times, she was an expert in infiltration and silent takedowns. And even though she has accomplished amazing things after years of serving within the darkness, she grew tired of being a ghost for the governments. She no longer trusted them and no longer desired to be in the shadows and clean up after these sleazy, shady government officials, politicians, or higher-end shady capitalists. Asha is seeking a way to make a lasting difference. She volunteered for a radical off-the-books program called Project Darwin, an experimental initiative aimed to creating the ultimate adaptive operative through controlled nanobot technology that could instantaneously rewrite matter just by simply looking at a different living organism, or even collecting DNA samples from potentially extinct or recently deceased beings. Asha knew that an opportunity like this only occurs once in a lifetime, so she took the risk and became a test subject for this new project. The process nearly killed her, but Asha's resilience helped her emerge as something new. When the procedure was over, Asha could not control the nanobots. Due to the nanobots' lack of control, she donned on a new form of a power armor, which honed in her shape-shifting abilities. Furthermore, she could warp reality just enough for her suit to morph around her in her newly shape-shifted state. As time passed on and her utilizing her abilities, she gave herself a code name that suited her due to her armor and abilities. She called herself Psybeast. Now being able to shapeshift into any creature she sees and suitably bends reality to her will, she steps away from the world of espionage to become something more, a hero, free from orders and politicians. Psybeast now uses her powers to protect those caught in the crossfires of power they can't understand, embracing the wild within to fight for a better world. And there we go. We have our officialized poster cover art for Psybeast. What do you guys think of this character? Do you guys think you guys would have been able to roll something better? What would you have done differently with the character that I've rolled up for today's video? Do you guys want to do something like this? Or do you guys want to see more stuff like this? Let me know in the comments down below. Honestly, I know I could have shown off her cybernetic, more animalistic tendencies, and I actually had plans of showing off the animals in like her wings and the tails or something along the lines of that, but it was really difficult for me to kind of get to that point. So hopefully if I ever have to do another shape-shifting adjacent character, I'll be able to like show that off and whatnot. But other than that, I really like the way this came out. I just, yeah, sure, it's just a bit of a generic standing pose, but honestly, it's kind of nice. I just like the simplicity of it. I just love how, her armor just kind of, I don't know, there's just something about it that I really enjoy with this overall piece. But you know what? I'm going to keep gushing on about that if I keep talking any further. So anyways, outside of that, I think I'm probably better off ending the video here. So to my fellow artists out there, make sure to follow these 3 simple rules. Stay awesome, stay weird, and keep life to the easiest. Always remember that art inspires all, but you can inspire more. And of course, never forget to stay ultra.